Hello everyone, welcome to episode 6 of the Henspeckle podcast. My name is Jacqueline.
I'm also Jacqueline, and we're mother and daughter from a small town just outside Edinburgh in Scotland. Welcome everybody. For returning viewers, it's lovely to have you back again, and for new viewers, I hope you'll enjoy this episode.
Yes, welcome, one and all.
Yes.
We're just going to jump right in then. Well,
Okay.
First of all, we have not had a podcast since December when we wished you all a very Merry Christmas, and then we took a bit of a break.
Yeah.
So yeah, not really a lot has been going on, I have to say.
Well, it has.
What?
It's really because we've made ever so many socks.
Oh yes, we have made socks.
We really haven't stopped knitting and resting on our laurels. We have been busy.
Mhm.
Well, I have.
I've been busy.
I know, we both have.
I've been semi-busy.
So, I've made socks, you've made socks.
Mhm.
What else have we been doing?
What else have you made? You're wearing it.
Oh yes, I'm actually wearing this one.
Mhm.
This is a lovely pattern. What was it called? The whirligig shawl.
Mhm.
I can't remember if it was a paid for pattern or not.
Is this not why you've got a notebook to write things down?
Yes, but I don't actually have my notebook here, so I'm relying on memory,
Which is your first mistake, and certainly my first mistake as well.
Not my strongest point.
It's not mine.
No. But anyway, I enjoyed doing this, and I used... What did I use?
You use... Oh...
You're
that
bad as me.
ombre one. Mandala.
Mandala. Yes.
Who's that by?
I don't know. Mandala.
Is that the make? I thought that was the...
I've no idea. Anyway, we'll put
So we're
put
back
it
and
up
we're
in
prepared.
the notes. Yes, you see, we've had too long a break. We've really gotten out of the swing of things. Anyway, I enjoyed doing this one.
Mhm.
It's not a huge shawl. It's enough to come round through the front and wrap through, and it's 100% acrylic.
Yes.
Which wouldn't be my first choice for something like this, but it is very warm. I have to say, it is cosy, and there's plenty of it for going under a coat and feeling really snug. So I've enjoyed doing it. It was quick to do.
And how exactly have you done this? Is it knitted or it looks like crochet?
It's crochet.
Yeah.
Now it's a DK yarn using a 5mm hook. So it was quick, very easy. Pattern down the middle, a lovely picot scalloped edge, and just a regular triangular shawl. I've lost it.
Is it symmetrical?
It is
isn't
symmetric,
it? Yeah.
yes. So you can wear it either this way, front ways, or just as a little shoulder shawl, and it's lovely. I'm very pleased with it, and I think best of all, it goes in the washing machine.
Mhm.
So that's my first finished object.
That's your first one.
Yeah.
I should preface this by saying I have 3 finished objects and they're all socks. Sorry.
They're not all for you though.
No,
No.
but I will start with one which is for me because I'm self-serving that way. This is just a plain vanilla sock. The pattern was by Crazy Sock Lady, although I did it toe up, and it's DK 48 stitches. Yes, it was 48 stitches on 3.5 needles. I used Addi Sock Wonder, and they I should tell you, they come in 2 different types. There is the basic one, which is pretty blunt, and I started off on those and I really liked them. But as I progressed and was able to do socks myself, I found I needed a sharper needle, and then discovered the Sock Wonder comes in lace needles.
Yes, very sharp points.
It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I've started replacing all my blunt sock needles with those. This yarn is West Yorkshire Spinners, and it was just plain white. I can't remember the name. It might have been Milk or something. And I dyed it myself using Dharma dyes, acid dyes, just Cabernet and Delphinium blue, and it came out quite nice. It actually reminds me of a Regia one.
Did you speckle that?
I tried, but it ended up as blobs because it just did.
I think it's nicer like that.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm quite pleased with this. I've tried them on and they're fine, so I will make more of these. Although I'm sort of branching out a bit now to patterns.
What sort of heel did you do? Was that
this was just a heel flap and gusset.
Oh yeah.
Which I can also do now, no problem at all.
I know, it's amazing.
It really is, considering where I began. And it was a Turkish cast on. There's a really good tutorial by Andrea Mowry, which I now follow religiously, and she makes it so easy just to do. But yeah, that's my
Lovely.
one. That's my first one. What's your second one?
My second one, shall I go on to something large?
I don't know, will you?
Well, you could hold this one for me.
Okay.
Right, reveal all. Under the shawl.
Now, if you follow us on Instagram, you'll already have seen this.
Yeah. This is the Bean and Olive sweater by Andrea Mowry, and I've been knitting this for
Feels like years.
Quite a while.
To be honest.
It's finished, it's off. I absolutely love it. It feels so warm. I didn't put the pattern round the edge, because I think I mentioned this before. There was a possibility I was going to run out of yarn because it's hand spun. And this is a yarn I spun up during Tour de Fleece last, was it July?
Yeah, June or July, I think.
June or July. And it's merino, 100% merino, and the pattern colour was one single skein of my own hand spun yarn. The way that I spun it, it was a variegated colourway, so it's worked out quite nicely. I'm very pleased with it. I don't know if I'll be able to show the bottom part. I'll just have to hold it up. What I did was I repeated part of the zigzag pattern and went on to the beige. I don't know if that was that fawn. I think it might have been.
I think
fawn.
we decided it was fawn.
Yes, because I knew I wouldn't have enough of the brown to complete this sweater. So I'm very pleased with it. Very warm and just so cuddly.
It turned out so nice.
I know. I would definitely do another one.
You could do the hearts before the cuffs, though. That would.
Oh, on the sleeve. Well, I'll know better the next time to spin a lot more yarn for it. Yeah. Yes, that would be nice. Put some hearts round. I think Andrea Mowry did have hearts.
Yeah, she did.
Cuff. Yeah. Yes, I could do that.
And are you pleased with the sizing?
I love the sizing because I do not like skinny things that cling. That is definitely not me, and I like things long. So I'm very pleased with the way this has come out, because to be honest, I didn't really swatch much or try it on while it was being knitted, so it's a complete revelation when things actually fit me.
I know, I kept asking you,
Yeah.
have you tried this on? No, not tried it on, just, blind faith.
I even got the cords, you know, that you
The
put
knitting barber
Yeah,
cords.
knitting barber cords, and I still didn't do it. So I'm really pleased with the way it's turned out. I just love it.
Very good.
Yeah.
I think it's nice. I would quite like one in a different colour. But anyway.
Well, I have got plans for another one.
Yes, you have.
Yeah.
So my second finished object is another pair of socks. Same pattern, really. It's just I follow the Crazy Sock Lady's dimensions to the letter because I know that they fit me, but I do them toe up and I use a Turkish cast on, contrast heel, and Jenny's stretchy bind off. Jenny or Judy? I can never remember.
I use Judy's. Is it Judy's Magic Cast On for the toes?
It must be Jenny's
stretchy bind
off. Should really look into that. The yarn is all hand spun. I got this from one of our fibre suppliers. It was one of their Halloween blends, and it's, I don't know if you can actually see the colours. It's quite subtle the way it turned out. I mean, when I received it, it was all purples and greens and orange, but it's come out fairly muted, and I quite like this. So
Did
yeah.
you spin it? Sorry, did you spin it straight from the top, or did you blend it first?
No, I just spun it.
Just spun it as it was.
As it was.
Yeah.
Because I thought if I blended it, then it would get rid of the colours.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have blended it and it would. Anyway,
Yeah,
that's for next time. So I finished those, very happy with them, and that's it. 1 rib, and not really a lot else you can say about that. Another pair of socks done.
Oh, is it me again?
It's you, yes.
Okay, well, I have another pair of socks, and this one is, it's using yarn from Madam Mel, who lives in Orkney, and I'm sure we've mentioned her before because her yarns are absolutely gorgeous. They're hand dyed. She dyes them herself. Sometimes she uses acid dyes, but she also uses botanical dyes. I think this is a botanical dyed one.
Yes.
I don't know if that is that the label.
This is the label. Oh, totally obscuring it. And she is on. Is she on Etsy? Yes, she's on Etsy.
Yes, she's on Etsy.
And if you can see that, and that's the contents. Upside down, sorry. So it is 80% merino superwash, 20% nylon, and it's fingering weight.
Fingering. It was an absolute dream to do, and it's so soft. It's beautiful. I can't wait to wear those. For this one, I've done a heel flap and gusset, which I don't often do with fingering weight socks. I prefer a Fleegle heel, but I'm glad I did it. I like to change about now and again. 2/2 rib at the top, size 2.25mm needles. I don't use a 9-inch circular because I just can't get used to it. So I use 2 40cm, 16-inch needles, and I can just whiz along and get things done. So I really enjoyed doing these. They were just absolutely beautiful, and it's like, I don't know if you can see, little mini stripes, and I quite like the way the heel has come out on the heel flap, where you get slightly broader stripes.
And this colourway is called Sea Glass.
This is Sea Glass. Yes, I would say that's very, very accurate because it's beautiful.
Now, did you do it toe up or top down?
I did mine toe up, and I like a longer sock. Do you have yours as long as that?
For DK, I know that I do 50 rows, and then I do a 20 or 25 row rib.
Well, I have a 20 row rib, but since I got my sock ruler, I don't count rows now.
Yeah.
My sock ruler's all marked with measurements that I like, and it works out perfectly. Both socks come out the same. So, very pleased with those.
What's the heel that's reinforced though? What's that one called? Is it Fleegle?
No, Fleegle isn't reinforced. That's if you do top down.
Yeah, but what's the heel called?
A reinforced
Is
it a
clue is in the name.
A slip stitch heel.
I don't know. It looks like it's got sort of ribs.
Yeah. I'm sure that's just the reinforced heel flap.
So would that not be better for 4-ply?
Well, quite probably, but because I like to do mine toe up, how you would actually work the reinforced part, I have never managed to figure out. I've seen 2 patterns that do use it, but it's a bit of a fiddle, so I just do this way.
Okay, I think we should look into that.
I should maybe just try and do top down if I want to do a reinforced heel.
Yeah, but then top down seems to take ages, whereas when you're
doing
doing it
why though?
toe up, it goes really quickly.
Yeah, I prefer toe up. I really.
And then you know you're not
like
going to run out of yarn.
No, that's right. I think that was the main point why I started using toe up. Because you could see exactly, by the time you got to the top of the leg, you could see exactly how much yarn you have left.
You'd know whether you need to do a coordinating rib.
Or coordinating toe or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very good. My last finished object is another pair of socks. For my Christmas gifts, I gave my cousin 2 pairs of socks that I'd hand spun and then knitted. They were just plain vanilla and they fit very well. So for some reason I thought to myself, oh, I'll make her a pair of socks every month. Well, no, first of all I thought, wouldn't it be great if she had a sock advent calendar? But then the fact that it was 24 pairs of socks, well 25 really, was a bit daunting. So I decided 1 pair per month. Although spoilers, she didn't know she was going to get that, and she does watch this, so surprise. But
out the bag.
January's pair was West Yorkshire Spinners, and it was a sort of ombre self-striping grey with cerise toes, heels and ribs. And it was just a vanilla sock, and she said it was too big. I think it was the fit from toe to heel, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slightly too big. But she said it's fine, she can wear another pair of socks under it. So this second pair for February I've made smaller. Let's hope they fit. And this is, I've been using Drops Karisma. Do I have that here? Yes, I do. That's it there. And it's superwash, 100% wool, and it's a 50-gram ball. So I've used 2 of these in a sort of heathery purple and a contrast purple. And the pattern is loosely based on the Vanilla Latte socks by Andrea Mowry, because this is a DK version and hers is, I think it's 4-ply, and currently my work in progress is a pair of them, and I'm following her proper measurements, but I had to adapt this for my cousin's ones. And I think it's turned out well.
It's nice.
Yeah, and I can see at the moment that the foot length is significantly shorter than January's pair.
I don't think we should let people measure their own feet.
No, I'm going to blame my cousin for that. I think she mismeasured.
I think they say if they're a size 4 shoe or a size 5 shoe, then we have a chart for that.
Yeah.
What the measurements for that size should be, so we'll just take it from that.
Yeah, I mean, she does have quite small feet. She's
Yeah,
a
she
size
has got
4.
small feet. Yeah.
So I looked up the measurements and came up with this. It's turned out well.
It's lovely. It's a nice contrast with it.
Yeah, so it was toe up. They're on 3.25mm Sock Wonder needles, and it's a heel flap and gusset, 20-row rib, and
she likes hers longer too.
She does
so
like
that's
hers
quite
longer.
a nice long sock.
And the pattern is, well, it's basically some sort of rib, although obviously it's a paid for pattern, so I can't really tell you how it's done. It's not a proper rib. But yeah, it's really easy. This is my first. It is my first patterned one, isn't it?
I think so. And
Yeah, apart from my own pair.
You did that very quickly. You rattled right through it.
Yeah, if I can do this, anyone can do it, and it's easy to follow, and you can adapt it for your own number of stitches. You don't need to precisely follow the pattern, just work out where your ribs would go, and it's absolutely fine. So yeah, I think she'll like those. She likes purple and sort of lilac-y colours. So even if she doesn't, it's free socks.
Right, my next pair of socks are these. Sorry, I've got my blockers tied together for some reason. Again, toe up. This is it is a fingering weight. Oh dear, I've got some sparkle in there. And this sock is, the yarn used is a commercial yarn by
Speckle and Stripe.
Speckle and
They're
Stripe.
on Etsy.
Hand dyed by Speckle and Stripe. And oh, it's really lovely. The colours are coming up quite true as far as I can see.
The colourway is called
sock.
Christmas Glaze.
It's Christmas Glaze, that's right. I mean, it's Christmassy, but I think you could wear those any time. I love these, they're just beautiful. And they were a joy to make as well. And this is my Fleegle heel with the increasing out on one needle, heel turn and decrease for the rest of the rows back to your original stitch count. So very pleased with that. Love these socks. I go through a lot of socks. No, I don't wear them out, but I just like to have lots of socks.
Yeah, but then you leave them all and have to wash them all at once.
Yes, but the joy is that I just put them all in a big bowl of soak, and it's brilliant. Take them all out in the spin dryer and there they go.
Yes, that's true.
So, I mean, I know some of the yarn, I think, are both of those yarns superwash?
Yes, they are superwash.
I don't put them in the washing machine. I'd rather just put them in soak and that's it.
Yeah, because some of your socks are not superwash.
I know. There was an absolute disaster. One day a beautiful pair of sparkly hand-spun socks got in the washing machine. I don't know how. I just don't.
Yeah, surprise.
Really, they came out. They were felted all right.
And
I had visions of turning them into maybe mitts or something else, but I don't know what I did with them.
You threw them out?
I think I threw them out. I was so disappointed and fed up. Yeah.
It was a day of sadness and despair.
But a lesson learnt.
And an excuse to make more socks.
And an excuse for more socks.
Although you really don't need an excuse. You can just make more socks.
I love doing socks. I love making socks. Yeah. I mean, when you're doing something complicated, like a colour work or something, it's such a joy just to go to something easy.
Yes.
And you can watch TV and all sorts of stuff.
Yes, you may say.
I have one more pair of socks, and this is it.
Oh, they're nice.
Well, these are. I feel that's not hand spun. I'm not entirely sure. I think it is hand spun actually. And hand dyed, just using my usual method of zigzagging.
Unless it's not, it might have been I think it's West Yorkshire Spinners because I gave you one of them as well.
It doesn't feel. I always use merino.
No, I think that's West Yorkshire Spinners.
I think this is West Yorkshire
and you dyed
Spinners, and I dyed it, and I'm absolutely thrilled with how they've come out. I love these socks. These are double knitting, my usual toe up, and this is a heel flap and gusset one. Heel flap.
One of the rare sightings.
Yeah, actually I do quite like doing heel flap and gusset on double knitting socks. This is a double knitting sock. For some reason it seems to fit better. But I do like Fleegle heel for fingering and 4-ply socks.
Right.
So anyway, that's all my sock knitting so far.
Very good. Object, is it?
Yes, as far as knitting goes.
Okay, so we could move on to works in progress.
Works in progress.
I have 2 works in progress. What about you?
I have 2 works in progress.
Okay, who wants to go first?
You go first.
Right. First of all, I have got my own Vanilla Latte sock, pattern by Andrea Mowry. I've completed one. Very pleased with the way this has turned out. I did mine toe up. Other than that, I followed her pattern. I'm using 2.5 or 2.25 needles?
What yarn is it? Is it fingering or DK?
It's fingering.
Oh well, I think you use 2.5 because you knit so tightly.
Yeah. I really like this this yarn.
It's lovely.
Crazy Zauberball, this is it, and it's by Shawl wool, 100 grams per ball, and one ply is a dark colour and the other one is sort of shades of purple. I don't think this has got a colourway name. If I find it, I'll put it below. And that's the progress. Well, one finished, and this is the progress on the other one. So I will be coming up to the heel in about 20 rows, I think.
They're not matching.
Not really. No. I mean, you can tell it's from the same.
Yeah.
The same yarn, but they're not going to match up at all.
No.
But that's okay.
They're lovely.
Yeah, it's nice. So That's my first pair.
My first pair, it's a sock again, and this is the colourway. It's, oh, you can see slight difference in colour there. This is fibre that somebody got me for, was it my birthday? Or
I think it was your birthday.
My birthday last year. And it's just beautiful. It's lovely. Is it merino?
It is merino. 100% merino.
100% merino. And I'm doing toe up as normal. 2.25. No, this is the thing. Yes, I intended to spin it as fingering. Somehow it has come out between a fingering and a DK. So I've had to adapt a pattern by doing a tiny little swatch, because I don't swatch really.
You never swatch.
No, I don't. And then from that swatch, I think it was 6.5 stitches to an inch. I have calculated out how many stitches I would need. So I actually have 52 stitches on here. So normally for DK we would have 48. And for fingering it would be 64.
Well, for you, yes.
Yeah,
your
so
size.
52 is, it's not quite in between, but it just needed that little bit extra stitches. So they're knitting up quite nicely. This is the first one, and I'm very pleased with that. So I'm happy to keep going with that one.
Are you going to do any contrasts? No.
No, I don't think so. I like the colour as it is. I love that colour. It's beautiful.
Yes, that's a very nice sort of tealy turquoise.
Yes.
Okay, my second pair is this. This is hand spun, and it was from Wingham Woolworks. I think it was part of their summer blend. I'm sure this fibre was called Summer Garden. And you spun it for me because I cannot do chain plying.
Oh, that's
and
a
I wanted
one.
this to come out stripy.
That's quite a while ago.
It was quite a while ago. I'm not saying these socks have been languishing or anything, but they've been languishing. And I've had to halt progress on this one, which is nearly finished. I was just about to do the rib and start this one because I've only got that much left. And I need to make sure I have enough. 10% silk, and it's toe up, heel flap and gusset, and it will have a 25, it may have, possibly might have, a 25 row rib, depending on how much yarn is left.
It's surprising though how even that ball of yarn, how far it takes you when you've spun it so finely.
I know.
Yeah.
This is turning out nice, but again, it's not going to be, and that's the toe there and that's the toe there. They're not going to be identical by any means.
No, but it's obvious that they're both the same.
And I don't care.
No, they're lovely.
I'll love you anyway, little socks. Yes. What is your second work in progress?
Second work in progress isn't anything knitted yet. It's these skeins of yarn. I can't remember what the colourway is. Bilberry from Wingham Woolwork. It's 100% merino, and I'm spinning these up to make the Diggory Ven sweater by Isabel Kramer. So I really love it. It's a yoke sweater, but not with colourway in it. It's just yoke and increases. And on the bottom part there is one pocket. I could be tempted to put 2 pockets in.
Oh, no pockets.
Oh yeah, I love pockets. I love pockets. And it has a little contrast around the bottom part, just above the ribbing. So I was thinking about using maybe this.
That's nice.
Which is hand spun. Again, that was fibre that somebody gave me for an occasion. I can't just remember what it was.
Probably also your birthday. Oh no, that was Christmas.
Was it Christmas?
For Christmas.
I'm not sure what it's called. It's something.
I think it's Bluebell Wood.
Bluebell Wood, that's right. So I thought, I wonder, will that go together? I think it would.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the plan anyway. So I have one more skein of that to do, and I should have my full amount that I need to start my Diggory Bend sweater.
That's exciting.
It is. I
Yeah.
can't wait to get on with that. So, it's work in progress.
I'm working on quite a lot of spinning at the moment, and so are you, so we'll show
Yeah.
you that in the next episode, which will definitely be a lot sooner than over a month.
Oh, I know, I know.
The only other thing I've done, I was watching a podcast called Ruth Loves to Knit, and this is from her either November or December episode. She said she was making socks for Marie Curie,
Oh, yeah.
and she sends them off to this doctor in England, who then distributes them as Christmas presents for the hospice patients. And I thought I would quite like to do that. So I bought some undyed regia, and, well, first of all I should say there's a pattern that this doctor has made and put on Ravelry, and you can follow that, and she suggests using a sort of daffodil themed yarn, because Marie Curie is obviously the yellow daffodil, isn't it?
Yes, you get the little pins to buy. Yeah.
So I really could not find anything suitable at all. West Yorkshire Spinners did have a colourway that was used for that, and it's no longer available in any shops. I've checked. So I thought I'll just buy some undyed regia and make my own, and this is what I've done.
Is it lovely?
I think this is
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
Fairly successful, I have to say. It's 3 different shades of yellow, and there's some green sort of speckling in it. I did not go overboard with the speckles, which would then have turned into blobs. But I really like this, and I think
Yeah,
this will
it's lovely.
do. So I'm going to make some more of this, and you two can make some socks.
I would make some socks, yes.
Oh, you will be.
Oh, right.
You will be making some. We'll follow that pattern. But I'll link the details below in case anyone would also like to do some. And I'll also put in that doctor's handle for Instagram. But I mean, I contacted her and she said she will be doing it again this year, which is why I'm going to get a head start on it, because it takes me ages.
So, how many pairs of socks could you do in a week, would you say?
If there were DK, I could do one pair in 2 days, possibly 3 days.
Yeah.
But this is, the regia hand dyed is 4-ply.
Yeah.
So I think, because I don't constantly knit, so it'll probably take me about a week for a 4-ply pair.
Yeah.
hmm
Even
Why?
so, if we're both doing socks,
hmm
that's quite a good amount of socks.
It is.
Yeah.
hmm How soon could you do some?
Anytime.
I will dye you some yarn.
I'm a lady of leisure. I can do what I like when I like.
Ooh, look at you.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all our fibre content done then.
Yes, that's it for the
Which-
time being.
It's surprisingly little considering we've been away for a month.
Yes. Well, I'm not admitting to what's upstairs, though.
Yeah, I mean there are other things,
Yeah, there
and
are other things.
I have a whole load of socks from last year which are unfinished, and I'm not going to even bother showing them on the podcast again. I'm just going to work through them, get them off the needles, and we'll say no more about it.
Yeah. I would really like to be a monogamous. I can't even say that word.
Monogamous.
That, yes.
Monogamous.
What she said. That. But I can't stop casting on.
I know, it's the exciting part.
And the other problem is somebody keeps giving me a project bag. Oh, I got these, but they've got an extra one, so you can have it. So what do you do with an empty project bag?
You have to fill it.
You have to put something in it. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's
Amazing.
exciting casting on new socks.
Yes. But then you get to the stage of panicking where you think, oh my goodness, what have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I know, and then I tend to lose interest.
Hmm.
And then I feel that I have to cast on something else because it's more interesting.
Yeah.
And then I have all these half-finished socks.
Right, well, we don't make New Year resolutions, but
No.
I think we should try and finish off what we have.
Well, I am. I am.
Yeah.
I don't know about you,
Yes,
but
well,
I am.
I will too. I have things upstairs which I'll knit when I'm upstairs, and I have things downstairs which I'll knit when I'm downstairs. And I can flip from one thing to another quite easily.
So that's why you've got so many of them then.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But we enjoy ourselves, this is the thing.
Yes.
And in the cupboards behind, we put in the cupboard, and anytime we want to use some, we just pull one out, pull a skein out, and that's it.
I know. And then the thing is, you can imagine all these yarns being socks, and then you want to cast them on, which leads to even more.
Yeah.
It's a vicious cycle.
Well, what can you do?
Just cast on more stuff.
Keep going.
Cast on more things and it'll be fine. So, we have what we've been reading and watching?
Reading and watching, yes. Well, you can go first because, as you know, I don't read.
God, that just makes you sound illiterate.
No.
It does.
I used to read a lot of books. I had so many books, it was unbelievable. And if you look at my Kindle library, it's nonsense. I mean, hundreds of books. And I suppose one day I might get round to starting again and just go right through them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you like audiobooks.
I do like audiobooks because then I can knit, and if I'm doing something like this one, the Bean and Olive, then I don't have to worry about, oh gosh, what word am I on next, or what stitch. So no, I like audiobooks.
Yes. I've not really done a lot of reading this month. Yeah, a bit slow in the reading because I've been making socks and working through my projects, so I've tended just to watch things instead, and I have watched a whole lot of stuff. Archive 81 on Netflix. It was okay. I mean, it's watchable, and the ending was slightly unexpected. It was about, I suppose, sort of witchcraft. This girl moves into a building, and she's doing a doctoral, well, a postgrad thesis on its residents and why they've all lived there, and it's set in the 90s, and it's basically her documentation of like a video, a vlog, I suppose, of their reasons for being here, and she starts finding things out, and then things are going a bit oddly, and people aren't what they seem, and then it's jumping to present day because there's a transcriber. Well, is he a transcriber? He's someone who's trying to restore her video footage, and he's seeing everything that she's doing, and things start happening to him as well, so it's all linked. I know. But yeah, that was watchable. I've also seen Lock and Key season 2. Won't give any spoilers for that. I really don't think you'll like that.
I think I started watching season 1 and it just wasn't me.
Yeah.
No.
It's about this family that moves.
It's about the children.
Yes, they move into the house, and it's only the children that can see things or discover things. So you'd have to watch that. I've really been watching a whole load of things on Netflix. Over Christmas, I watched Die Hard. That's a good Christmas film. That's on Disney Plus. I don't know. I've seen a lot of things that I can't remember which.
Like yourself, I went through an 80s, 90s phase, Netflix and Prime, and for the first time ever watched this film the whole way through. I think I'd only watched the first 15 minutes of it originally. Gladiator.
You'd never seen Gladiator?
No, never saw Gladiator. I started off watching it and I never got to the end. And it was actually quite good. I thought it was a longer film. And I think it would have been okay for it to have been longer. But it was okay. It was quite a good film.
My cousin, you know that speech he does where it says, my name is Maximus Decimus Meridius. My cousin does this impression of him, except she does it in an Irish accent. So it's sort of like, my name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife. And I will have my revenge in this life or the next.
I know, she's really funny.
She's very funny. She's a lot more funny than I.
Yeah, she makes us laugh.
Yeah.
Especially when we all go on holiday, and I mean,
It's a
our
girls'
holidays
holiday.
are
Yeah.
classic. I mean, there's always something that has us rolling about, you know. So, what else have I been watching? There was something else. Oh, Black Hawk Down. That
Really?
that was another one.
You never seen that either.
I saw the first maybe 20 minutes of it, and I've tried ever so many times to watch it, get to the end, and it was very, very good. The other one I watched was The Guardian with, oh dear, do you know, I cannot remember this man's name. He was in The Bodyguard with Whitney Houston.
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. And it's called The Guardian. And he's a sea rescue diver. And that was a brilliant film. Absolutely wonderful. Loved it. But the one that I liked best of all that I watched was called Cosmos.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
And it's not what you think when you hear the title Cosmos. You think, oh, out in space sort of thing. No, it's 4 men in a car.
Seems like the start to a bad joke.
No, well, they will do, but I mean, brilliant film. They belong to this little club. They're all either astronomers or doctors of radio astronomy, and another one is a scientific engineer, and they go out maybe not every weekend or maybe every weekend, I don't know, whenever they can, with their telescopes and all the instrumentation in the car, searching for indications from up there.
Outer space.
Outer space. And I'm not going to spoil it, but it's absolutely brilliant film. Wonderful. I mean, there's some films you watch where you know they're acting. You know, it's simple as that. These guys were wonderful actors, and you had no idea about this. You were just kept along with it. Oh yes, I would recommend that to everybody. Cosmos.
Okay. Yeah, I've added that to my watch list.
Yes, oh, you should watch it. It's amazing.
Now you started Invasion and you didn't like it, did you? On Apple.
Yes, because it was too dark.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the scenery, everything was dark, and I don't like that. I mean, I wouldn't say Cosmos was full of brightness, because it's obviously at night time.
But you should just watch, say, the last 10 minutes of the final episode, and that'll sum it up for you.
It's not a very good indictment of that series, though, is it? Watch
Well,
the
no,
last
but-
10 minutes.
Yeah, but you've watched most of it, and you know vaguely what's happening. But if you watch
most
the
of
last
it.
10 minutes, there's a bit of a reveal at the end.
All right, I'll try that.
I quite liked that.
Yep.
I also liked Foundation. You won't like that at all.
No. Well, if you liked it, I won't.
That's not true.
It is, because everything you like, I don't really take to.
That's just rubbish.
Anyway, what else have you been watching?
The Walking Dead. I thought that the final season, and I'm sorry that I told everybody this the last time. I tell you total nonsense. I thought the final season was complete and that it was on Disney Plus, but it turns out now that it's in 3 parts, and only the first part of the final season is on Disney Plus. The second part will be coming shortly, and who knows when the third part will be there. But I've committed to the course of action whereby I watch it all now, and I'm on season 4. I think. Maybe season 5. There's about 13 seasons.
Is there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Or is it 11? 11 or 13, I'm not sure. There's a lot.
Yeah, I quite like series like that where there's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, although I haven't finished Elementary yet.
Well, there's a lot of those.
There's a lot of those, yeah.
And Community, I'm watching that on Netflix. I've seen it about 4 times already, and it is always very funny. It stars Joel McHale, Alison Brie, and Gillian Jacob, although it's spelled Gillian.
Yes, but some people do pronounce
Yeah.
it Gillian. Yeah.
That's very funny. It's about a group of students in a community college, and basically just what they get up to. I don't think you'll like that either.
Probably not.
No, but it's funny. That's it then. That's all I've watched.
That's all you've been watching?
Yeah.
I've not really been watching a whole lot.
Mhm.
Although I have recently taken to watching Hell's Kitchen with
Oh yes.
Gordon Ramsay.
Mhm.
Obviously, in half an hour you're not showing the whole thing, scene that goes on, but I don't know what to think, if it's a true representation of what goes on in the kitchen. It must be based on something.
Mhm.
But it's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah.
So I'm on season 2 now. You really can't believe, looking at the episode, you can't believe that these people ever thought they could cook. And some of them can't.
Mhm. But it's just, is it like normal members of the public that have decided they want to own a restaurant and they've entered this thing?
Some of them are, but some of them are actually chefs
Mhm.
and cooks from different walks of life. Some, I think there was a girl in season 2, she is a salad chef.
Mhm.
So obviously she's going to have trouble with
anything that's not a
anything
salad.
that's cooked. Yes. So you get all this sort of thing. So it's really quite entertaining.
Mhm.
Yeah. If you can sort of close your ears to the dubious language, but
Yeah, but then Gordon
part of
Ramsay's
it, isn't
noted for that.
oh yes, yeah. You just have to accept that part of it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm quite enjoying that.
It's entertaining, if nothing else.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, that's all then.
So I think that's all I've been up to. I don't know if we should mention the shop at this point.
Oh yes,
we have a sale on at the minute.
Mhm.
Yeah. Did you?
20% off until the end of February, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what I set it as. I'm sure it was the 27th.
It was the 28th. I don't know how many days are in this year.
20 days. That's September. I think it's 28 this year.
Is it 28?
Yes, and I've set it for the 27th because I couldn't get it to do the 28th.
Oh.
You know, but anytime you want to jump in and do that yourself, instead of giving me judgy looks, you can do that.
You know, I have no idea. Technology goes right past me, in one ear and out the other.
Because I felt it was, I'm telling people that it's the 27th and you're, you couldn't do the 28th. Oh, that's,
That surprises me, because you can do everything.
That's a shame. You're not up to par, Jacqueline. Well, work on it for next time. That's what I heard in my head.
Yeah, no, you do very well doing all these sort of things, because I don't know where to start.
Yeah, I could leave it to you the next time. Let's see how far you get.
What a creep I am, haven't I?
A creep? You're not a creep.
Saying, like, yes, you do so well. Is that patronising?
That's patronising.
Yeah.
That's not a creep.
I'm still getting to grips with patronising. Right,
Oh.
anyway, I think that's it. Nothing much else has been happening.
Maybe a dictionary for your next birthday.
Possibly, yeah. I read a page at a time.
You could subscribe to Word of the Day.
So, moving on. What's been happening? Nothing.
Nothing.
We're on storm number 4. Storm Eunice. Although,
oh yeah, Storm Eunice. We've just had Storm
fair, Dudley, and we had 2 more before that.
Can't remember who they were.
Was Malik one of them?
No, because it goes in alphabetical
Yes,
order.
I know, but Malik came from somewhere else.
So that must have been a tropical storm.
I don't know, we just seem to have had a lot. Although Eunice isn't, better touch wood, it's not so bad up here as it is down south. They're really having a bad time of it.
Yeah, but why do people touch their head when they say touch wood?
Well, because sometimes...
Are they Pinocchio?
Possibly. I know you
Because
are.
that makes no sense. That makes no sense.
Because
touch wood and you touch your head.
Yes, well, I don't know where that came from. Maybe somebody could enlighten us.
Because you just did it.
Give us a comment about how that appeared.
Or
But I've always done that. In fact, everybody in my family has done that, touch wood. And I know a lot of people do it.
But then there's a table in
Yes, you
front
can
of
do
you
a
that's
table,
wood.
but you're sort of implying that your head's made of wood.
That's not a good thing.
No.
Not a good thing at all.
Anyway.
So yeah, Eunice has wreaked havoc across the country.
But not us, it's mostly England.
Yeah.
And I think Ireland and parts of northwest England has been quite bad.
I saw a thing on, you know how you get the reels on Instagram? There's one where people were on skateboards, and because it's so windy in England, they had a shopping bag open in front of them, and the wind was basically going through that and propelling them forward, which was quite amusing.
Yeah. But you could be propelled anywhere.
You could, straight off the end of a pier, or, over a wall.
Yeah, not good.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully things will calm down and we'll have a nice spring. We'll see. There's certainly some nice, lovely little flowers out just now. The crocus, and we have snowdrops in the front garden. So we're looking forward to spring, more calm weather. We'll see.
There's nothing more British than a cup of tea and discussing the weather.
That's right, yes. I know. This is what we talk about when I go out with the dogs and we meet a neighbour or somebody. Wasn't it a terrible day? Oh, yes.
It's a bit breezy.
It's a very British thing, you talk about the weather. Well, why not?
Yes, you do what makes you happy.
Yeah. So I think that's about it for this time. Certainly try not to leave it so late next time.
No, we won't.
Yeah.
We had a decent break.
Yeah, we did, yes. So we'll concentrate, try and get one thing finished at a time. Well, I will anyway. I will.
Yes.
Get one thing finished, move on to the next. Do not cast on anything. Don't let me cast on.
No, I'm not going to restrict someone who wants to cast on. If you want to cast on, that's fine. You do you. Be happy within yourself.
Okay.
Casting on is exciting. Why would I want to restrict
that? It is exciting. I do love casting on. Yeah.
Then you'll just have quite a few works in progress.
Yes. But I will try and get something major finished. Yeah.
Okay, that's certainly a good plan.
Yes. So, everybody take care.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. Hope you'll join us again next time. Give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the programme, and subscribe if you want to see more. We'll see you
or
next
if
time.
you don't, that's okay too.
If you don't, that's okay. Yes. And please post comments about what you're doing, and
yes, we'd love to see
hear
what you're doing,
what everybody's making. Yeah, because there's so many different crafts. People are amazing at what they do with yarn, and oh, wonderful. Maybe talk about that next time.
Yeah,
I've got one or two in mind. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for joining us, and
Thank
we'll see you next time.
Okay then.
So bye.
Bye.
Just now. Bye.
Bye.